The size of radio audiences. Radio broadcast, October 1923. In two circulars emanating from the News Bureau of the General Electric Company, there is given some interesting information which illustrates the optimism of the broadcasting station manager. Information which enables us to picture quite well the distribution of the radio audience of such a powerful station as WGY, Schenectady, New York. In the first circular, we learn that WGY has received in all 65,000 letters from its enthusiastic listeners since the inauguration of broadcasting activities 16 months ago. These letters come from points as widely separated as Hawaii and England, and as Vancouver and Valparaiso. With such landmarks to delineate this nightly audience, it is no wonder the manager counts his listeners by the million. We learn that, quote, there are at least 2 million radio sets in the country, and of that number, 1,500,000 are almost nightly within range of WGY, end quote. Even with no further data to establish a judgment, one would be entitled to the conclusion that in Schenectady, some optimism-giving fluid must still be obtainable. And in the other circular, a very interesting bit of information is contained in these words, quote, after a recent minstrel show broadcast by WGY, 1,400 letters were received by the station within 24 hours. Over 2,000 letters were received within a week, referring to this particular entertainment, end quote. Now, these two sentences furnish us with apparently reliable data as to the distribution of WGY's audience, and incidentally, that of any similar station. As no mail collections are made late in the evening after the radio concert, all of these 1,400 letters must have started on their way to WGY's manager the next morning, and they all reached him that same day, after a necessarily short journey. It would appear that they could not have traveled more than perhaps 200 miles if they were to be delivered in Schenectady the same day, so it seems reasonable to believe that 70% of the audience of WGY, one of our most powerful stations, is not more than about 100 miles away from the station. In view of the first statement quoted, this would lead one to believe that of the 2 million sets in the country, 1,500,000 of them are in the vicinity of Schenectady. We are willing to admit the attractiveness of certain parts of this country town, but surely the radio station's manager is overenthusiastic about it when he puts about half the country's radio listeners within a short day's journey of his city. Well, such optimism is what makes the news look attractive.